What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Summit 7 pre-qualifiers. We have a new best of 3. We got IsGG once again playing through. This is going to be up against Elite Wolves, who beats Team Blue. I think that was who they were playing against. Yeah, Team Blue. I don't know the score. I don't know what happened. I was preoccupied, but they won. So, yeah, winner. This is going to get into the main qualifiers, I understand. So, yeah, we'll see who's able to take it through. IsGG playing some mean aggro style. I'm Mike Loris, going to be your caster for this best of 3. It's been a long time since I've casted the Elite Wolves. Seems like they've gone through, well, quite a few iterations. Still got Stinger, still got Leo Soku, Vince. I don't know who that second player is. I have no idea, but it doesn't seem like he's very friendly, so maybe it's good that I don't know who he is. But either way, it's going to be North versus South America. It's always exciting to watch. And, well, Elite Wolves, again, it's been a long time since I've casted them. They should know that IsGG playing a little bit more of an aggressive style. And I don't remember Elite Wolves necessarily being like a all-out aggro style team. So it was, of course, with a different group of guys. So they may have switched things up quite a bit. But IsGG, they should be bringing the heat. Seems like that is going to be pretty much their MO, and we'll see if Elite Wolves are able to either match that heat or, be super responsive like we saw in the in that first game from Fire, who had all the right responses to IsGG. Now, to be fair, in that game, IsGG went for like all-out aggression, like we're gonna win and win that fast, or we're gonna lose. No real backup plan with that draft. Just a very SM Orc type gameplay style. In the more kind of sorry guys, in the more balanced games they played with game 2 and 3, it was definitely a lot more up their alley, it seemed, as opposed to that all-out Smork aggression. Speaking of Smorks, though, we got some Horde up in here. Troll Warlord being joined by the Magnus. Saw that opening from Fire previously. It was mediocre. Didn't really do a hell of a lot. We'll see if Elite Wolves are going to put their own twist on it. Patrol Warlord with a little bit more of a dangerous support combo and really start applying some pressure with that Troll Warlord and hopefully get Magnus a little bit of farm. Alternatively, put the Troll Warlord in the safe lane, get Magnus in off lane / jungle, and be okay with that. Definitely possibilities when you open up with these two heroes from the Elite Wolves standpoint. Both of these two heroes, though, will have potentially a couple of issues going up against Legion Commander Ricky, opening that IsGG used to win their second game in the previous set of the day. Couple low range / melee heroes. Already will have a tough matchup going up against a Ricky. Smokescreen on melee heroes. Smokescreen on melee heroes, including a Magnus. That is very, very hard to deal with. Get Legion Commander mixed in there with the punishment that she deals towards low range heroes, and you have yourself a recipe for a lot of damage from the IsGG squad with very little effort. Still, Elite Wolves will have that acceleration. Empower Troll Warlord is a monster. If they can get a little bit of a right clicker in the mid lane as well, it doesn't have to be like a TA right clicker, Ember Spirit, even if he doesn't go for a Battle Fury cleaving build, which I don't even know the last time I saw that. It's been a little while, but just a little bit of extra right click out of that type of hero. TA, obviously another big one. Storm Spirit not bad with Empower. Invoker not bad with Empower. There's still some serious options coming out from your cores. But for right now, Treant Protector's still in, Earth Spirit's still in. Remember Elite Wolves, like way back when, used to be a team that would pick up Earth Spirit and just stomp everyone with it.
10 seconds remaining.
So I won't be surprised to see them grab that again. Treant is okay here for Elite Wolves. Both of them are melee, though. They will probably make up for it just by virtue of being able to lock down the lanes on a global scale. Alternatively, just get a Rubik. It's fine. Make sure that the enemies don't get it to mess with your Magnus and Troll Warlord. So, as a defensive kind of counter pick, that's definitely something that Elite Wolves should be interested in. Especially now banning out the Warlock. Lock down the lane dominance, grab a Rubik third, get a Treant fourth, or a Earth Spirit fourth, something like that. Definite possibilities from Elite Wolves, but IsGG, they're going to ban out those more physical-based right-clickers I was talking about for that mid lane. Again, it's not the end of the world. And power on Troll Warlord is already pretty darn good. You don't really need to go like all in on that in power.
10 seconds remaining.
We'll see what Elite Wolves want. Are they going to match the roaming support of the Riki? Grab her CM. It's a good way to start. As a hero that actually Riki can mess with. I haven't seen it before. You know, way back when we used to have, like, you know, jungly Enigmas and Chens and Enchantresses. Just pick Bounty Hunter and just mess with them. Jungling Crystal Maiden usually doesn't take all that much damage, so it is hard to mess with her. Haven't seen a Riki or Bounty Hunter really mess with those heroes, so I don't really know. By the way, for Elite Wolves, still going to be a hero that can get active, you know, once you hit that level 3, level 4 mark. And they shouldn't get run over before then, so they should be just fine. It's a reasonable pickup, although I do prefer slightly a Rubik at this stage. I think CM is perfectly reasonable as well. Can't say no to CM, although up against Legion Riki, the makings of a snowballing comp, CM is usually not going to live for very long. But extra mana for the Magnus can make kind of mediocre lanes manageable. If you go towards the jungle a little bit earlier on, you know, of course, Empower is going to be used all the time. Shockwave additional to, damage to clear. It's definitely not that bad. And for Troll Warlord, he can't really use the mana all that much. Whirling Axe harassment really depends on his lane opposition. And right now that is looking like Legion Commander. But Legion Commander Riki can make that lane definitely a little bit more difficult. Is GG? Get a Storm Spirit. Definitely interesting way to go. Long range initiation is definitely consistent with their snowball plan. I think it was banned out when they made this opening earlier. I'm not entirely sure. I don't remember. By the way, the Storm Spirit is definitely a good hero to have. Going up, you know, against kind of high risk stuns, that RP, something you really don't feel comfortable just deploying onto a Storm Spirit. If you miss it, you're gonna feel pretty bad. And Troll Warlord obviously doesn't really have great stuns. Crystal Maiden, Frostbite's decent. But is GG. Their Storm Spirits should be rather difficult to pin down. Dazzle's not really going to help either. Dazzle on Troll, though. Dazzle on Troll is definitely a threat. Dazzle CM not really you know, the most devastating support duo, so Elite Wolves, as far as their rotations are concerned, may suffer somewhat. But their cores, their acceleration needs to come out a little bit more in this fifth pick. Like, if they had a little bit more of a controlling early game, as opposed to this, like, purely defensive pick of the Dazzle, I could say that, yeah, you could probably get away with just Troll Warlord as your really big heavy hitter, but at this point, you got Dazzle to solely protect the Troll Warlord. You're going to be running into a little bit of a damage issue later on, despite having a Troll Warlord with acceleration. They will need a little bit more power in their mid lane, damage-wise. Not really a control-heavy mid lane. Up against Storm Spirit, it's not that hard to do, but the mid lane has received quite a bit of hate so far. Lina, TA Ember, all banned out. Invoker seems just fine for the Elite Wolves. Not amazing. You know your matchup Storm Spirit, so you can take some kind of greedy picks there and just say, okay, well, at worst the lane is going to be even. Not a big deal. Is Alchemist just like, is that too much? It might be a little bit too much. I don't hate it. I think it's actually not that bad. You can definitely go for a melee here up against Storm Spirit.
Radiant team banned.
You could put Troll in the mid lane versus Storm Spirit. That's not that bad. You can go OD. You can go for a Puck. I mean, Elite Wolves have options on options. Is GG in the meantime? They have Rubik set up. Lift into something. It's not going to be a Slark Pounce for that safe lane. Could just be a Juggernaut. It's not the worst thing in the world.
Radiant team pick.
If you want to slow down this game a little bit, Spectre's not all that bad. You know, right now, there are really no bad picks here for SGG. Vengeful Spirit,
Seconds
I
remaining.
believe what they ran last time. It's going to be an Ursa Warrior.
Dire team pick.
A little bit of that aggressive slant from SGG. I think it was probably between Ursa and Venge. They are going all in on this snowball. If they fail to get a good start, coming back into this game against Elite Wolves, it's going to be really hard.
Seconds remaining.
Ursa isn't exactly a fast farmer. Storm Spirit is decent as well as Legion Commander, but if they're already behind, and if Elite Wolves get kind of a tempo-y hero from this mid lane,
Time.
it's going to be really hard for SGG to win the game if they're not already ahead. Most of the SGG damage is physical. I wonder if there's any consideration for a Dragon Knight here for Elite Wolves. Actually pretty sick with the Magnus and the Troll Warlord. They already have the Dazzle, so armor is pretty well set up for them. I could also see... Am I sick at this game or what? How sick am I at this game? Feels good, man, let me tell you. I mean, I just described why Dragon Knight is actually really good here. You have a weak laner, a weak-ish laner with a Storm Spirit, so you know you can get away with something a little bit greedy. You have CM for mana early on. You have a high armor hero, Dragon Knight, so Legion Commander Ursa, both will struggle up against DK as far as killing him off. Plus you have attack speed, plus you have damage from Magnus. Seems pretty damn good to me. This is going to give Elite Wolves even more tower killing power. Put a hero on the front lines, an empowered Dragon Knight, tear down a tower and say to ESGG, hey, I'm killing your tower. Are you going to try to kill me, Dragon Knight, or are you going to let me take your tower? And as is GG, there are no good options there. You gotta try to find some heroes in the back, try to, smoke gank around, pick up the CM, grab the Dazzle, take him out. They're soft as hell, so you can definitely kill them. But if Dragon Knight's the only one presenting, it's gonna be a tough call for IsGG, especially if DK is gonna have detection with him. Like Ricky, if he slips by the DK, spots out for some enemies, that's a pretty good scenario for IsGG, but that's not going to happen. Dragon Knight as a siege vehicle is going to be really tough to deal with. I'm not going to say I like Elite Wolves draft because I guessed their last hero, but I do like Elite Wolves draft because the Dragon Knight fits in so well. Oh no. Wait. Got it. Let's see their tower levels. How good are your towers, boys? Boo. Boo. How do you expect to win this game? I want to see what like a tower over here looks like. That would be sick. Alright. We are in the game. Got IsGG loading out on the Radiant side up against Elite Wolves on the Dire. Let's see who's going to be playing what. We got Yuar handling that Ursa. Had a mediocre Ursa previously, but hey, it's a new game. Got Stan King handling the Lizard Rubik. Flea is on the invisible stealth assassin, the Ricky, sneaking. He's gonna be handling Legion Commander CCNC on his Storm Spirit. On the Elite Wolves side, we got Stinger handling the Dazzle. I hate everyone. I hate you too, bro. On the Magnus, Leo Style is on the Dragon Knight. Masoku handling the CM, and up towards top lane, it's gonna be Vince on the Troll Warlord. Troll Warlord safe, Magnus off lane, DK mid. It's a little more of a conventional lane style setup as opposed to what Fire ran earlier with a very similar type opening.
30 seconds to battle.
And I'm a fan of it. I mean, the Magnus in the safe lane is obviously going to have a, a tough early start up against the lift up into shredding from the Ursa Warrior. But hey, that's what Iron Talon and jungling is for. Get the Empower clearing is not the worst in the world. Definitely get a lot done as the Magnus in the jungle. Assuming Ricky isn't constantly 24/7 messing with you. Oh, skewer in. Did he get it? Oh, he got it. But how much damage is he going to take for it? Well, none, really. He's going to actually put a little bit of damage to the Stan King. It will be a 2 for 2, though, because the Ricky grabbed this one. So, really? A sick play, I guess, from the Magnus. But ultimately, it's just him wasting mana and health and doing nothing with it. Because he could have just gotten the rune over here and would have been the same thing. Or, I guess he denies it to the Ursa. Very, very similar, let's say. He knows exactly what he's dealing with. Boots first. Not going to be incredible up against these two. The damage is really quickly going to come out. So, yeah, you can maybe get some boots to get some space so that you can skewer out and keep yourself safe that way. But good luck, Mag. Towards top lane, sneaking. He's going to be sneaking about. Trying to dodge Stinger. I think he knows Masoku's in the area as well. And, well, I think they see him. I'm pretty sure they see him. Frostbite is there. Really big overwhelming odds, though. Vincent's health pools got crushed by that. Dazzle and CM level 1 are pretty pathetic offensive heroes. The fact they're trying to go for this at all is honestly a little bit surprising. Like, yeah, Frostbite does some damage. CM doesn't. Stinger takes another nuke. He can take some poke damage, but he'll be just fine. You're not going to kill off the Legion Commander until you get level 2, level 3 on those heroes, or have a Troll Warlord there to help out with some right-clicks as well. Leo style. A lot of right-click punishment from CC&C. Obviously, Flea sticking around here as well. Plus, they get rid of the detection from Leo style. And Dragon Knight is, again, not a hero that wins lanes, a hero that survives lanes. But this is not exactly what I would call a comfortable survival. Getting doubled up in CS. Obviously, it's only first, second wave. CC&C should be just fine as long as Ricky is hanging around, bouncing between top and mid. Masoku take a couple back scratches from the Ricky. Already a slow hero is dead here. First blood drawn by sneaking because Orb of Venom is pretty good. Also, damage from Cloak and Dagger is kind of ridiculous. Flea in the right place at the right time, finds himself a CM, getting sneaking off to that aggressive start. And this lane from Elite Wolves is powerful, but is not so powerful. Oh, you are. Salve, he's fine, right? He's got to be fine. He has no mana here on the mag. But he's not so powerful enough to constantly lock down a Legion Commander and lock her out of the lane. So sneaking is, if he gets a little bit of acceleration, able to just do stuff like this. Just run at them and challenge the enemies to, you know, come at them and fight. Crystal Maiden doesn't want to do that. And, like, she's already done that. Already got killed off once. She just wants to jungle to level 3, level 4, get some aura up for the team. Dazzle really doesn't want to fight either. His right clicks aren't pitiful. Troll Warlord is kind of okay with it, but his nukes can only get him so far. Sneaking, you know, only got that one kill, obviously, so he's not, like, crushing the lane by any stretch. But he is going to get to that point eventually. And also, Flea is just an absolute pain in the ass for Leo style. CC&C is doing just fine by himself. Invis Rune as well. When does any chance this works? No way, right? Like, he saw it in the bottle, yeah. Leo style's gonna chug his entire bottle. Ricky, unfortunately, not in a position to intercept. Not even gonna go for it. Over in this bottom lane, I hate everyone. Much to be expected. Hating his lane. There's not much he can do to get close. I'm surprised he only has 2 CS with the shockwaves, though. Usually you just throw out a couple shockwaves, especially with the extra mana from Arcane Aura. At least get like 4 or 5 CS just from shockwaving that individual creep. Range creep if you can get it. But hey, he'll get there. Still getting some experience, so it doesn't seem like 10 denies from the Ursa is really locking him out of the lane completely. Should be able to get an okay amount of gold at some point. Flea, Stalk, and Dazzle. CC&C should be pushing level 6 pretty quickly. Yeah, 4 minutes in, he's almost level 5. His farm rate is pretty rapid. Oh, Courier. Doesn't have an empty bottle, so it's not killable. Stand King, though. You want to move up. He was not spotted. I think they saw the Ricky, though. Yeah, kind of a half-hearted setup there from his GG. They really don't need the Rubik to lock I Hate Everyone out of this lane, because you are, at this point, can do it by himself. So just get him to go to town. The phase boots especially, making that much easier just to pressure the mag. You either got to skewer or take a lot of damage, and you can only skewer so many times. Oof, Courier taking a beating. Not dead yet. Ricky has moved up towards top lane. Masoku does have some vision here. He's going to see the Ricky. He's going to try to bait him in a little bit further, but sneaking is here. So I'm not really sure if that bait is really going to work out for them. Sentry's going to drop. Flea should have seen it. I hate everyone's going to arrive. They take a big nuke from Legion Commander, but they crush the Riki first thing. So we're going to slow down Stand King. Straight TP out. Frostbite. No mana for it. You don't see that very often. CM low on mana, so she can't Frostbite. Either way, still a pretty free kill for the Elite Wolf side. We're making that move as Riki. Maybe he doesn't know that there's a sentry there. Gotta keep your eyes up for the sentries that you see in the enemy's inventory. As soon as that number decreases by 1, you know you gotta get the hell out of there. DK is not in a great spot, by the way. Storm Spirit right on his tail. Dragon Tail is gonna land on the Riki. Slow him down a little bit. Walks clean away from that smoke screen as well. CCNC, one creep away. This creep away, one more, away from being level 6 would have made the world of difference there. But the door for slowing down the Storm Spirit for Elite Wolves is closing pretty rapidly. Again, their stuns kind of few and far between. Dragon Tail is amazing, but as your only stun, it's not quite going to do it. Once the ball lightning comes up, CCNC will have to run out of mana if you're going to kill him. That is kind of tough to handle. As long as CCNC is playing it at all cautiously, he should be fine. Plus, I mean, he's getting farm. Soul Ring into Bloodstone build-up, I would imagine. Should keep him pretty safe from just, running out of mana from using ball lightning too much. Plus, Yawar is just still here. Dazzle's going to show his face. I hate everyone. Has really not much aggressive power, though. Stinger's Revival not really going to do that much except for apply pressure towards top lane. Like, Sneaking knows that, hey, there's no Dazzle here, so if I try to go for Vince, I will get free damage without having to worry about a Grave. I'm not really sure if he's going to be super eager to just start picking a fight with the Troll Warlord who's level 6, but hey, his option is there. Very similarly over towards mid lane, the Riki. Been very annoying, but hasn't really gotten too much of an impact. Can freely go for the Dragon Knight over towards mid. Already is being jumped by CCNC with the short ball lightning forward. Smoke screen is down, a little bit of slow. Not quite enough slow to get Stand King into position, though. All through Rubik, no boots. Really, really awkward to use hero. Ooh, and Dragon Knight just going to pop his ultimate right away. Drive CCNC out. Not doing all that much damage to the tower, though. In fact, the lane is going to be pushed back towards him. Very unconventional, just a lane control version of the DK ultimate being used here. Just to CS from a range. It's not terrible, but and he would really want to just start putting that poison to the tower. Stupendous. Really awkward otherwise. Looks like everyone's just chilling, farming. Soku's sentry is going to be cleared out. Big win for Flea. Killing off the enemy sentry means that he can still poke around here, keep draining Masoku's funds. And at a certain point, land in overwhelming odds, dive in for a CM. Not an impossibility. Sneaking does have the duel. Although does have to worry about getting into a fight again with the Troll Warlord, who at this point has a little bit of a one-up over this Legion Commander. Definitely need a Rubik or some sort of third hero here. Like a Storm Spirit's going to be that hero. Pretty darn good third hero, if you ask me. Stinger, though, has shown himself. Don't know if they saw his inventory, though. And Masoku is in a lot of trouble. Duel's there. CCNC balling straight through. There is there's no grave for Stinger. They're going to instead try to focus CCNC, but he has ball lightning. Probably enough mana to get out of here, right? Yeah, a lot of distance for him. They will take down the Riki. Vincent was focusing the Riki the entire time. It's a 1-for-1 trade. I think both of the cores in the lane got the kill. Yeah, they did. But, of course, it's a Legion Commander. Plus 10 damage. Not going to cost them all that much health in the mid lane either. Leo just uses ultimate. Has another one, but not able to put that much damage into this tower. Getting Stand King a couple of extra levels. Should have at least boots on him by now. Yeah, there's the boots. So a little bit of a win there for the Legion Commander, mostly. But again, not anything huge to write home about.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
The issue for Elite Wolves right now is you are on bottom. Doesn't really have a ton of gold compared to the Troll Warlord. 70 CS, 82 CS, but 2 kills for the troll. It's to be expected. Ywar is having a completely free time. He's gonna look to join the fight as soon as possible. Blink first. No lifesteal type item, no stat item on Ywar. No Hand of Midas this time. Just wants to get his claws bloody. Don't mind that decision one bit. You get him a free lane and farm. You can leave the lane with an Ursa. Get a very dangerous hero to roam around the map. Free up this bottom lane for like a Rubik or someone else to start getting some action. This also is going to funnel a little bit of extra funds into sneaking. Just being able to get those kills a little bit earlier. The element of surprise towards top lane. By the way, I hate this Stinger build so much. It should be 1-1-3 or even 0-2-3. Not having Shallow Grave up against a Legion Commander is foolish, I think. We saw it earlier. Like, they could have denied that dual damage so easily. Troll Warlord deploying his ult to farm. It's going to cleave through that wave. But speaking of people who are going to get cloven through, jump in onto the DK. Does land a Dragon Tail, but there are so many heroes here, including a duel, which Dragon Knight is going to accept and then promptly lose. CCNC grabs the last hit. That's a big kill for IzGG. Again, more damage for the Legion Commander, but killing off DK means that your tower is safe. Did he just use his ultimate? Yeah, he pretty much just used it. Ywar's still here. Stinger is going to get tapped by CCNC, and then CCNC is clean out of here. TP's coming in. That's a CM. Definitely not enough to do anything versus the Storm Spirit, so it's 2 for the IzGG side. Magnus, level 8, no ultimate. Not confident in his ability to land that. Although, honestly, you're going up against an Ursa, just having that additional stun. I mean, it hasn't really had a chance to make an impact, but obviously doesn't have it. Maybe he'll mind game the enemies into thinking he has it, who knows. Battle Trance, Vince is going to go to town in this structure, but Fortification in response. IzGG seem like they have Elite Wolves' number so far. We'll see how much action Ywar is able to consistently get. So far, he's gotten 2 kills for the team. Looking for number 3 in Vincent. Oh, Jesus. He's super dead. CCNC has a pull. Can use it onto Masoku. Poor CM. Doesn't have much of a chance here. Is going to actually do a little bit of damage to that freezing field, but will eventually be brought down. CCNC running low on the mana is going to run in between the trees, cut through them with the ball lightning. A couple more bottle charges. Leo Style has another breathe fire. It's not going to be enough to kill. No one's teleporting in. CCNC is free and clear. Plus, Elite Wolves know if they chase a little bit too far, suddenly Ywar is back in their face. Another 2 for nothing in favor of IzGG. Still this Troll Warlord. I mean, he's pretty darn farmed. Mostly because of this ancient stack he cleared off earlier. I want to say it's a 3 stack, maybe 2. It was a lot of gold. The rest of the team, DK not having a fun time. Supposedly resistant to physical damage. Not really seeing it here. Magnus has had a 0 impact game. With the Blink Dagger and the RP now up, maybe he's going to look to change that, but it's a little bit late to start now. Leo Style, jump by the Ursa, deploys a tail, but not much you can do after that. Legion Commander, does she have a blink? Not quite. Ywar is a menace. He's playing like Axe was in the last game. Just wandering the map, looking for kills, looking to accelerate his game to Hand of Midas. I think something is fundamentally wrong with the game if an Ursa warrior wants to buy a Hand of Midas. Like, at that point, I think Midas is imbalanced. If that's where your game is. Well, I'm not a game designer. I don't know. Ooh, that's a big steal for Stand King. Gets a breathe fire. Just as Elite Wolves start to group around this mid lane. It's not really, an RP. Levels of awesome. But between level 3 Fade Bolts, level 4 Breathe Fire, Creep Wave will be obliterated and also have no damage. Both these do have damage reduction components. Stand King is a fairly defensive hero all of a sudden with a couple nukes. Of course, he's got low mana, level 6 Rubik, but he can hold this area just by himself. I see Elite Wolves are a little bit scared. Keeping together for the most part. They're just going into this ancient area with a couple of heroes. A couple of heroes teleporting up towards top lane. Farming within arm's reach of one another. Very safe way to play. Up against an Ursa, you can't really blame him. an Ursa that's this dangerous. You can't really blame him. Not to mention the fact that Storm Spirit and Legion Commander are all pretty much on the same levels of threat as the Ursa. Okay, Ricky, can you get your way out of this? He has a Blink Strike. Yes. Was that an RP? It was not. Sneaking, going to arrive, going to lift up under the DK. Not really sure if this one's really possible, especially since he's woven up. Going to jump in anyway, sneaking. Needs another nuke or something, but he doesn't really have it. Noir in the meantime getting chased off. Don't really know what happened there, but shouldn't have happened, that's for damn sure. He didn't do any damage to anyone. He's trying to go for the mag. Either way, Ursa down. Tower will fall as Elite Wolves bring this net worth game back to parity. CCNC still has that Bloodstone. Still a couple of blinkers on this GG side. Losing a tower, losing an Ursa is bad. Of course, you don't want it to happen, but it's definitely not the end of the world. Find a couple of Elite Wolves heroes out and about. Easily pick them off and easily get right back on the momentum. Only a matter of time also before IzGG look for a Roche. Looks like this might be that setup play. Not going to go straight Roche. They could go straight Roche. I was going to say smoke, get a kill into straight Roche afterwards. No. Okay, just straight Roche. Fine. So be it. The Elite Wolves should know that this is eventually going to happen. May not know it's going to happen right now because mid lane just got pushed in by CCNC. Pretty normal stuff there. Wards are being cleared out. It's pretty suspicious, and they're coming in. But it's a little bit too slow, I think. Noir's got the double life. No one's in a precarious position here for his GG. Straight win for them. Everyone's still grouped up on mid lane for Elite Wolves. They really want to go for a tier 2 here. They have the dragon form. Well, they will have a dragon form for it. But you got tier 1s in the side lanes. Definitely worth going for. Probably don't even need to dragon form for that, honestly. Just put the battle trans on. Man, this Troll Warlord's getting pretty out of control. Ursa can still take him down. Legion Commander duel for control. Ricky smokescreen. Craps on Troll Warlord pretty hard. It's maxed out at this point as well. Only 1 point in the Cloak and Dagger. Low damage, high versatility Ricky here. Kind of a low action period of the game though. Despite having an Ursa, Storm Spirit, Legion, and it being IzGG playing Elite Wolves with the Dragon Knight, still not able to find a hell of a lot of action. We'll look towards maybe this Magnus. We'll set up with the call. And that's not going to happen. Here we go. Top lane. With the call. To press the attack. Got to press that attack. Smoke up. Most likely will rotate towards mid. They're expecting the Troll Warlord or someone like that to be here. But again, Elite Wolves are playing this farm game very, very cautiously. Which is great for the Troll Warlord. He's farming and keeping himself alive while doing so. Really bad for everyone else, though. They're not farming while they're protecting the Troll Warlord. I see the Storm Spirit, Ursa, and Legion all similarly farmed, whereas for the Elite Wolf side, Troll Warlord's stacked as hell. No one else really comparable. Still, a tower's a tower. Gonna go for an MKB. Pretty nice up against that smoke screen. And is actually still going in. Oh, Flea was spotted. I don't think it's worth it for them to go chasing after Ricky, though. Not when you can get a free tower here. Stand King. He's arrived. Still safe. Has a Fade Bolt. Split push in the meantime is there, but you're trying to race a DK and Battle Trance. Not easy to do. Noir can get pressed. Still a little bit of damage here. RP canceled. And the mid lane will be held. Bottom lane will fall. Top lane looks like we'll be an even tier 2 for tier 2. Some other hero dies here. Doesn't seem like that's super likely. CCNC is out. Oh, but Leo Style got left behind. Now dueled up in the smoke screen. is very tanky, so he might not lose the duel. Oh, no, he will lose the duel. Just enough there for the Legion Commander to win. And the DK is down. Tower trade slightly favoring Elite Wolves since they get a tier 1 as well, but mid lane now ripe for the taking. Is GG with that Dragonite pickup, set themselves up for it perfectly. Once again, we'll have a game state where is GG, all the pick-off power in the world. Elite Wolves with the Magnus just want to farm, just can't find the space. Troll Warlord is farmed as hell, but that's not going to help Stinger. Got a Grave at least. He's going to buy some time, but he's definitely down here. CCNC, get frostbitten, a lot of damage, will have to kill himself. No, he actually dies to Masoku, never mind. Now they're going to chase forward for a little more. Stand King is pretty screwed here, I want to say. Dragon Tail's available, they probably don't even need it. And Dazzle buying just enough time for his allies to get in, making a 2-for-1 trade. Turns out having Grave is pretty good. Does GG really need to make that identical play of diving the Dazzle with the Legion Commander? If you have a Blink duel right off the bat, just no prep, no press the attack, just Blink duel the Dazzle, you're good to go. You win that, you get the kill, you guarantee the team fight won't happen, and if it does, you'll win that too. You'll probably get the tower. She is, though, looking for Vince up towards top. Vincent can kind of kick her ass, just the two of them, but with a Riki and a Storm Spear coming in, this should be a dual win, and it will be. 13k worth of hero down the tubes, picked up by sneaking. And the rest of Elite Wolves kind of just fumbling about. What can they do without their Troll Warlord? The DK building up bulk. Armlet for value. Solar. It's a very, again, it's a very tanky build. It's a very useful build. But as far as doing things without your Troll Warlord, it's just not going to happen. Magnus as well. He has a Hand of Midas, which is great to keep him kind of, competitive in farm. But it's just not at the same level as is GG. Put all your eggs into this Troll basket. You better hope that they don't get on top of that Troll. Or you hope that if they do get on top of the Troll, he has a really fat tank item like Satanic. Oh, Stinger. Gotta be careful, man. Troll Warlord's back now, so his GG will probably just back off and look to take numerical advantages or bust. No 5-on-5s. Too high risk. Split the map up with your Blink Daggers. Keep farming. And find that one poor sucker who's out of position. Maybe not Leo style with a Solar Crest and an Armlet. Maybe that's a little bit too hard to kill off. But on an individual hero basis, is GG are stronger right now. Plus they have the initiation advantage. It's a very favorable spot to be in. What Elite Wolves need to do right now is need to rally around this Troll Warlord. Absolutely making sure they don't get him picked off. Like, losing him here, disaster. Start pushing in the waves. And look for a way to use an RP just on one hero. That's all they need at this point. Just RP onto some poor guy. Have the Troll Warlord kill him off. And then push a tower. Unless that hero wants to buy back, you should get that tower guaranteed. They're going to straight push. Just going to do quite a bit of work. But we can see split push already kicking into gear. Over in mid, over in bottom. Well, not really over in bottom, a little bit in bottom. Ultimately, it's a tower for Elite Wolves. Again, you're not going to say no to that. Oh. CCNC. Close for comfort. You get a full scout out. No reason really for Elite Wolves to drop detection here. They don't even have it on these heroes. He's going to cut the creep wave. Are Elite Wolves really just going to push bottom into high ground? Not really sure about that. Oh, with Masoku, it's definitely not going to happen. He's going to try TP out. It looks like he's not going to get it. Poor CM, man. I mentioned it earlier, like, you're up against an Ursa, Storm, and Legion. As CM, you're not going to live. the lane will be pushed, but any push that IsGG make will be split push in kind. And if anyone dawdles, they'll get picked off by the Storm or Legion, someone like that. Very slow, very methodical game. But I'm pretty sure if I press this button to show net worth, you see IsGG on the rise. Yep, by a lot. This is the difference between farming 5 individual heroes and grouping around to farm 1 hero like a Troll Warlord. Yes, Trolls farm, but overall, the farm is going for IsGG because they're just farming with more heroes. That's the graphical representation right there. Ooh, you are. Jump in, clap, blink away. Or just straight clap, blink away. Shadow Blade. Got a Basher up. Versus Troll Warlord. An RNG fest is imminent. A lot of split push here. This Gem on Riki is so important to keep up. Keeping Elite Wolves blind means that they will most likely try to keep the farm on their own half of the map since they just won't want to risk moving out. Of course, Riki will also be able to spot stuff like this. Although, you know, it's going pretty quickly. Storm Spirit gonna jump in, get some vision. Still a lot of mana to jump back in if he wants to, try to steal, but a little bit high risk play. Blink RP lands onto only one guy. And, okay, using Freezing Field there I'm not really sure about, but that is a perfectly reasonable play for Elite Wolves to make. Now it is only on a Riki, so it's not really the best case scenario there. But they use the RP, now have a lot of momentum, and force IsGG into a fight before they can really start split pushing. Fade Bolt does not even bounce. That feels pretty bad. And now this is where the fact that you're only farming 1 hero starts to become less of an issue, when you have everyone in a position where they're able to protect the hero without leaving the lane. IsGG will be able to poke and prod, jump in, pull back the Dragon Knight. No damage being dealt towards him though. Riki respawning soon. Ursa. Where is the Ursa? He's in the middle of things as well. Shadow Bladed out. And RP down. And Riki to worry about. Elite Wolves will still make a pretty good push in. Let's go right back into the previous game state. Slow and steady. So, 2- game. What else have I had a Midas? This is definitely a game where you want Midas. Just Mag and Ursa. Big smoke going south. Everyone Elite Wolves up north. Yeah, classic. I'm gonna try to split push, keep that up. CC&C, maybe gonna try to bait someone back in. Observer coverage, now great. I don't really know if anyone Elite Wolves is gonna take this bait. Again, this is not what they're interested in. They don't want to try to chase after a Storm Spirit. They want to just straight push and race. And this is a pretty fast push by all standards. Coming out from IsGG. No competition between that and Troll Warlord push with Empower. No competition at all. So IsGG looks like they're stuck into a team fight. This time RP is up. Dragon form not up just yet. Big ball at aim from CC&C. Lots of damage onto this Troll Warlord. Down to half already. Has double life and Aegis though, so unless they cheese it out with a bunch of nuke damage, not gonna do all that much in the long run. Heals up from Dazzle, earn up as well. Gonna go to town on the tower, it's already down. No split push elsewhere. Vince gonna Satanic back up to full. And IsGG cannot get on top of their backline. Same exact scenario I was presenting earlier, except instead of the DK pushing, it's the Troll. Just let loose on the tower. And for IsGG, if they're able to bypass the Troll, get behind him, smoke behind him, like this from CNC&C, that's how you win the fight. If you have to go straight through the Troll, it's a hard sell, man. Just gonna bowl down the range racks, not quite, slow down a little bit, jump in towards the back line. Magnus is going to get out. They do Grave up the CM. She's going to live for a little while longer, but off to the side, it's the Dazzle. He'll be brought down. The Grave already been used, and that's 2 supports down the tubes. Sneaking can take a lot of damage here. Vincent still on his ass, still at half HP. Full HP, rather. They will lose another core. Buybacks about from everyone from IsGG. CCNC still zipping around, but they've taken out the supporting crew, which means the Troll Warlord a lot weaker now. DK down. Vincent soon to fall. He's going to try Satanic his way to freedom. Not going to happen. Up against the Bash of the Ursa. He has no ability items. He's got to fight his way out of this, and I don't like his odds. There's a duel. That should be a win. It's going to get them a full 5-man wipe, IsGG. But they also cost themselves a lot. I think that was triple buyback. Yeah, on their heroes. No buybacks being spent on Elite Wolves. They did lose nothing. They're going to test for buyback. A minute downtime for the Troll. CCNC the big winner there. No deaths on the Storm Spirit. In that fight, was able to get on top of the Dazzle, on top of the CM. Exactly what you have to do. Bypass the front line, ignore the Troll, kill off his supporting crew. And kill off a Dazzle if you can do it. He's going to glimmer himself out, Force Staff. He'll be just fine. Tower, a little bit less so. Skewer, going to catch onto sneaking. He doesn't have that much to help. Put up a Blade Mail, doesn't really do all that much. Heal himself as well. In the meantime, oh, Dazzle got clawed down. Duel now onto the Magnus, who's going to lose that handily. Sneaking, barely surviving at the end, and they'll lose another. Magnus going to buy out into the game. DK is back. CCNC should have enough mana to jump over the ledge, and he will. No buyback on the Troll is going to cost Elite Wolves 2 additional heroes plus a buyout on the Magnus. Now, I was going to say, like, the fight in total up until that push, fairly even. With that additional slaughtering of heroes, plus the forced buyback on the Magnus, that pushes it way over the top in favor of IsGG. Now, there's no structural damage there. They do force out buybacks on Elite Wolves, and they're going to look for the ambush play. Killing off a Troll Warlord, still with no buyback, is game winning. He's going to get disarmed. Jumping towards the back, though. They want this Magnus first thing, and it looks like they will very easily get him. Over in the middle lane, though, Duel is off and sneaking. Will lose that one handily. Vincent out the BKB, charging after Storm Spirit. He's going to force him out of there. Skewer out from the Rubik. CCNC will be fine. They've taken out the Magnus at the expense of their Legion Commander. Not enough damage going into a Troll Warlord with BKB and Satanic active. Pretty nice win there for Elite Wolves. Magnus is less important to them than it is Legion Commander for IsGG. Not the right type of control going towards the Troll Warlord, that's for sure. Gotta play around that BKB. Disarm him afterwards, something like that. Heaven's Halberd is insane versus Troll Warlord, if you can time it around that BKB. Basher as well. Hopefully for Ursa, he just roll lucky on that one. Stun the Troll Warlord. Satanic Nullify at that point. That's what you want. Not much else available. Blink Telekinesis. It's fine, I guess, but doesn't really last all that long compared to what you need it to do. Shiva's on the Storm. Not even sure about this one. I mean, it's a good item to have for sure. Mostly physical damage from Elite Wolves. But at this point, you know your one threat is the enemy Troll. Gotta try to focus him down. And Shiva's doesn't really do that. Shiva's is a more well-rounded item. It's what you get if Elite Wolves as a whole are dangerous as opposed to just the Troll. I'm not really sure if we're there. Elite Wolves aren't really that dangerous outside their Troll Warlord. Oh, speaking of, Masoku, ball lightning from a million miles away, dead in an instant. Well, Elite Wolves can probably still push if they really want to. I don't know if they would want to, though. That's deep vision. That's gem value for IsGG. Looking for more pickoffs. If they get a slight glimpse of someone, it's going to be a Storm Spirit with a gem on their ass. Alright, well, this is just a straight clock now. Once it gets to the minimum, it just tells you straight up when it's going to respawn. That's kind of nice. Troll is getting 6 slotted. Gonna have a Daedalus soon. Damage-wise, he'll be dishing. Sustain-wise, Satanic should cover him with the BKB for a long time. Storm Spirit's pretty farmed as well. So yeah, this Troll is the only thing that ISGG have to deal with. And if for whatever reason they pick him off, like right now where he has no buyback, that might just be Rax's. Hell, that might just be game, depending on how the fight goes. This Troll Warlord. You may want to get a Daedalus. My professional opinion is don't. Get a buyback instead. Buyback is pretty good. It's going to be Roche that determines it all. Roche Pit, once again a playground for Storm Spirit. Makes Ricky a lot stronger. Same thing, CM, Magnus. I'll get a pretty large bump in power thanks to the close quarters. Makes it really hard to play Dazzle actually in the Roche Pit. Hard to stay near enough to your cores without getting a big target painted on you. Dazzle and Glimmer Cape on the team, Force Staff and Glimmer Cape on the team makes it a little bit easier, but it's rough to play Dazzle in these situations. Especially if you yourself don't have like a semi-invulnerability tool, like a Ghost Scepter or a Yule Scepter or a Glimmer Cape. Just a Force Staff, not really going to do a lot versus Storm Spirit. Oh, it's a trap. A couple of supports are here. Soku sure crapped his pants about that one, but oh, they find Flea. Off in the side. Who had the true sight? Oh, they dropped wards here and Flea just had no idea. With the Ricky down, no buyback. ISGG. Can't afford to contest anymore. CCNC gonna rush into the enemy base, buy a TP, and get back. ISGG not gonna pull a fire. But still, they have a lot to defend. Ricky does have a buyback at this point. They gotta get to the back lines. They're gonna silence up the DK. Pop DKB immediately. RP is gonna be used and whiffed completely, but it looks like it doesn't even matter. The Troll Warlord just being not dealt with. CCNC will jump out of there. Will survive for a little while longer. Shrine up. Get a little more HP. BKBs now have been used, but they lost the Legion Commander already. Stan King lifting up the DK. He's so tanky though. You are gonna try to get on top of him with the BKB. They'll take him down. Godlike Spree for CCNC, looking forward for a little bit more Stinger. Does still have that Grave, and they will crush the Storm Spirit. Vincent is not being dealt with effectively at all. CCNC is back, bought back from the dead. They're going to try to focus down now onto the Troll Warlord, but he's doing so much cleave damage in this fight. He's finally going to get dropped low, but the Grave will keep him swinging. Stan King will get lift up. That's their last stun, I believe, but they will take him down. 88 seconds. Stinger going to try to TP out. Not going to happen, bro. He's down as well. Top Raxes were taken. Buyback forced out on the Storm Spirit. The Ursa still able to get a lot of cash off of that one. No buybacks expend for Elite Wolves. We'll go straight into the Roche Pit though. And this Troll Warlord, during his BKB duration, still very, very long duration, is pretty much untouchable. You can't do anything about it except for hope that the Ursa rolls lucky on the bash. You need an Abyssal Blade just to make sure that you have some sort of time-wasting tool for that Troll Warlord once he pops the BKB and Satanic. And he is going for it, but not up yet. Even with the Hand of Midas, Ursa is not a fast farmer.
Death's bounty.
30 seconds left for the Troll. Does have a buyback. CCNC does have this Aegis. You should have a buyback of his own. He does. No one else on the Radiant, though, with it. Leo Style is going to get the stun up onto UR. He will get it purged off. Jump in from the Magnus. Get a Shockwave. That's about it. Stan King will die to something. I think that was a delayed animation glitch with, like, the Force Staff out. I don't know. He's dead. It's a Rubik. And at this point, normally I would say it's a Rubik. Who cares? But they need every single stun they can get. They need the telekinesis. They need Rubik to be a baller and steal a Dragon Tail just to buy some time versus this Troll Warlord. Obviously, if you steal RP, you're in the money. Mostly because it's a BKB piercing stun. You don't need a 5-man stolen RP if you're Rubik. You need a 1-man RP onto Troll Warlord. That's it. Now he's going to be up before anything really dangerous happens. super grindy game. At a certain point, Troll Warlord just not getting any stronger. Saving for buyback. He's gone for the Whirling Axis cooldown, so spam the crap out of that. Guys, actually buyback on cooldown. Used it earlier. So we're gonna buy out for the Daedalus. Losing a Troll Warlord is a death sentence here for Elite Wolves. Similarly, half the SGG squad don't have buybacks either, so very, very delicate game. If any one guy gets picked off, that may just be it. Troll. Gonna juice up his SMY with some Scotty. Has a Moon Shard to get. That's pretty much it, though. He's pretty much topped out. And he is a menace. Bloodthorn on Storm. It's okay at dealing with this troll, but really it's not good enough. You just need a way of proactively initiating on this troll. Blink Telekinesis. Blink Abyssal is not bad. That's up. It is up. If they do that, Troll Warlord may just be dealt with before he's able to pop anything. And that's a game-winning move. They see Vince. This is a game-winning opportunity right now. Vincent needs to pop the BKB right now. He's not going to get it. Oh, he is going to get it off with the Satanic, but the Grave comes in. He's stunned up still. He's going to get a lot of HP back from the Satanic, but no, he's actually going to die. The winner, it's the Legion Commander. RP stolen onto 2 heroes as well. Elite Wolves, they're going to lose the Troll Warlord, but it looks like they're still rallying. Yuar's in the middle of this fight, though. Leo style, he's the last one surviving. He will take down the Stormship, but that's just the Aegis. I hit everyone's going to back off. The rest of Elite Wolves, no buybacks on anybody. And it looks like they may have found their opportunity. The worst possible scenario just happened, where Troll Warlord is way ahead of the rest of his team, and he's dropped down to pretty much no HP before he can do anything. I think he may have killed himself against Blade Mail. I'm not sure. I can tell you one thing. That is a massive win for his GG. They should look to push this as hard as they possibly can. They should know that the troll has no buyback. Is this a screw Rax play? Go for the throne? 50 seconds. Quite a long time. They're going to clean through the Raxes first. They want 2 lanes. They want top lane. Should be able to take that one down pretty easily as well. Bottom lane being split pushed at the exact same time as you are. He's going to get skewered out, at the very least, away from the tower, so he's not attacking it. DKP coming back in. Masoku wants to stall up this Ursa. He's going to purge all of it off. Doesn't have detection, though. Storm Spirit's going to come, and he does have the detection with the gem. Wants to dazzle off the field. He's going to silence him to get rid of him. And then the rest of the heroes will fall. Stinger, all by himself, cannot hold. And at this point, even if the Troll Warlord comes back, he will be with the DK. But he will be facing up against everyone and their mom, plus Mega Creeps. I think his GG, off of that slight mismovement there from the Troll Warlord, being over here, where the rest of the team is over here, just cost them the game. That's 1,000 ranged worth of winning or losing the game right there. Troll is back. DK is back. DK is going to jump right in, looking for the Ursa. Vincent's powerhouse right now is going to go straight for Yuar. He's going to turn around for the Abyssal, just trying to stall out that BKB timer. And now they're going to focus him down. Duel is going to be cast, just try to lock him down. Damage from CCNC is pretty good, but ultimately it will be the Troll to win that duel. They'll lose the Dazzle in the back end, though. CCNC going to try to zip out of there. He has a lot of mana. He'll get out just fine. And jump in from Leo style, but into his doom because Yuar is back. He'll claw him down. Now onto Vincent. The sole survivor. CM is somewhere, but not close enough. That's a good game. DK can buy back, but Troll does not have it. Masoku is going to kill everybody. I wish. That would have been pretty sick. When you're in this type of game state, guys, put all your eggs in the Troll Warlord basket. Getting him picked off is bad. It's really bad. 34-18 doesn't seem like it would be a close game on the surface of it, but man, that was a razor-thin game for IzGG. But a win is a win. Pre-qualifiers for the Summit 7. Got ourselves Game 2 on the way, guys. I'm Mike Lowe. It's been a pleasure casting all these games for you guys. Stick around. We have at least one more game in just a little bit.